I've spent more than 3 years working with AI generators, and I can tell you, there is actually a proven way to create viral YouTube shorts in less than 15 minutes. There are only 5 steps inside, but once you learn them, you can just repeat the same process over and over again and watch your channel get millions of views. So let's start with the first step, which is honestly the most misunderstood yet most important part of the entire process. And I'm talking about the video idea and structure. Many beginners think that in order to go viral, they need to come up with some original idea, which is actually the reason why over 90% of them get under 1,000 views. The truth is that you don't want to reinvent the wheel. You just want to find what's actually working right now and replicate it for your niche. And to do that, you just need to find a YouTube channel that's already blowing up and simply borrow the structure of one of its best videos. So I'll do exactly that. And for this tutorial, I'm going to create a fitness short. So here's the YouTube channel I found. As you can see, it's in a completely different niche, but it's been proven to get hundreds of thousands of views. So it's a high chance to do the same in the fitness niche. So I'll scroll through its shorts and pick the one that performed the best, because the more views it got, the more proof I have that the structure actually works. But here's the important part. I'm not going to simply copy it or steal the story. I only want the structure and the style. So for this, I'll copy the URL and paste it into this website to get the transcript. It's called YouTube to transcript.com and it's completely free. Then I just copy the whole thing and move on to the next step, where we'll extract all the viral components out of it. So now you have 2 options. You can either go through it line by line inside the transcript and try to figure out why and what made it go viral, or you can simply use Claude to do it for you in just a few seconds. So, of course, I'll go with the second option. I'll open up Claude, start a brand new chat, and paste this prompt right here. Then, right underneath, I paste the transcript I just copied and swap out the topic for fitness, but you'll change it to whatever your niche is. And by the way, I leave all the prompts and assets I've used in this tutorial down in the description below if you want to check them out. Now, what this prompt will actually do is tell Claude to research my niche and then write a brand new script in the same style, length, and tone as the original one. So basically, it'll take the viral structure of the YouTube short I found and create a similar one for the fitness niche. So I'll hit enter and let it cook for a few seconds, and you can see it comes back with a brand new gym script following the exact same style as the original with the same sharp punchlines. So just like that, we pulled an original proven script straight from Claude. But we want to create a video, so there's something else we need besides the script, and that's obviously the voiceover. And for this, I've tested multiple tools over the years, but honestly, nothing can beat ElevenLabs when it comes to a natural voice that simply doesn't sound like a robot. So to access it, I'm going to be using OpenArt, which not only has ElevenLabs, but also gives me everything I need for image and video later in the tutorial. If you want to follow along with this part of the workflow, the OpenArt sign up link is in the description below. Once you're inside, this is what the homepage looks like. You want to go to audio and press on create voiceover. For the audio model, I'm going with 11v3. Now for the prompt, I'll simply copy paste what Claude gave me a few seconds ago, and now I can choose the voice. The cool thing about this is that you can choose from dozens of pre-made voices, and what I like to do is filter them by accent, gender, and use case. So I'll go with an American accent. For the gender, I'll select male. And when it comes to the use case, I want something conversational. And if you want to test and hear a preview of the voice, you can press on this play button. For example, here's how this person sounds.
It is not so important to know everything as to appreciate what we learn.
And here's how this guy Mark sounds.
I think this is a really nice way to just talk naturally together. You know, talk plainly. Let's give it a shot.
I actually like it, so I'll select Mark, and the only thing left is to press generate. And here's the result we get back.
Nobody talks about the social hierarchy at the gym, but it is very real. At the bottom, you have the treadmill people.
And it's probably the best AI voice I've heard. It's actually so good that you can hear it multiple times and not even recognize it's artificial intelligence. And that is the whole point. But there's still a big problem. We do not have any visuals done yet. So now I'll go back to Claude and ask it to write some image prompts for me. So here's the prompt I'll paste in the same chat where it already has all the context. And this will give us multiple prompts that we can later on use to create some funny meme style images, which have been proven to go viral just like we've seen with the first short. Now, one more thing to do when asking Claude for image or video prompts is to specify which model you are working with. In this case, we're going to be using GPT Image 2 because it's one of the best generators when it comes to this type of work. This way, Claude will know exactly how to structure the prompt, because not all AI models have the same preferences when it comes to prompting. So we basically do this to get the best results. And here's what it gave us back after a few seconds. There are 5 prompts in total, and you'll see exactly how they come out in a second when we generate the images. But let's first actually take a look at number 3 to see what it included. First, we get a suggestive title. In this case is the chest only guy, and then it simply goes and gives details about the character while also explaining really well why and how this is a funny meme. So this way we get image prompts that are fully done by AI, and we don't have to worry about writing them from scratch. We just need to copy paste them, which brings us to the next step. So to create the actual images, I'm going back to OpenArt. I head over to the image section and make sure to choose the GPT Image 2 model, then paste in all the prompts one by one. Now I'll start with the treadmill people meme. So here's the prompt. For the aspect ratio, I'll go with 1 by 1, I'll set the resolution to 4K, and the only setting remaining is the quality, which I'll set to high. Let's press generate and wait for the result. So this is actually a very funny meme, with everyone doing their own random stuff on the treadmill, and they're not even wearing gym clothes, like this woman who's listening to music with a coffee in one hand and her phone in the other while walking on the treadmill. So let's do the same with the second meme. I'll keep all the settings the same and paste in this prompt. Now GPT Image 2 gives us this image where a very skinny guy looks extremely angry at the other people walking on the treadmill. Next comes one of my favorites, which is the chest only guy. So let's paste in this prompt and look at the result. Like, this is the average Joe in the gym with a huge chest and those chicken legs, and I really like that we also get that mirror in the background that reflects extremely well. Now take a look at the fourth meme. I don't really know what he's doing, but he looks kind of weird. He's probably trying to meditate, but he chose the wrong place. Let's use this prompt to create a fifth meme and check this out. This guy looks a bit similar to Arnold Schwarzenegger, but besides this coincidence, you can see that everyone around is happy to be around him. So with this, we have a complete set of memes ready to go. But there's still one really important step that so many people are actually skipping, and they end up with a banned YouTube account, which is actually using safe gameplay footage. So what I mean by that is using a video that has no copyright on it. Because if it does, YouTube won't just take down your ads, it will actually ban your channel for using stolen content. So to make sure you never get into this problem, look for copyright-free gameplay, and you can find quite a lot of it on YouTube. Here's one that I'll be using for this video. Now, one thing you want to do is put it on mute, so we can actually use the voiceover we created previously. So for this, I'll go inside CapCut, put the entire gameplay video on the timeline, press this button to mute it, and lay the voiceover on the bottom. Now let's drop the meme images at their specific places. Now let me add captions. I'll hit the captions tab up top, click auto captions, hit generate, and it transcribes the voiceover automatically.
Nobody talks about the social hierarchy at the gym, but it is very real. At the bottom, you have the treadmill people, just walking, headphones in, minding their business. Genuinely the most peaceful humans in the building. No ego, no drama, just steps. Above them, you have the weight room guys, and they know they're above the treadmill people. You can see it in their face when they walk past, like they just passed a homeless pigeon. Then you have the guys who only train chest, every single day. Monday is chest day. Tuesday is also chest day. Wednesday, chest. Their upper body looks like a helmet, and their legs have simply given up. And they are very proud of this. Next level up, the guy doing something completely made up in the corner. No machine.
Well, it is actually so funny that I could spend all day watching this type of content, and this is definitely a strong result with solid viral potential. And you can create one just like this in less than 15 minutes if you have the right tools. So go ahead and sign up to OpenArt using my link in the description down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.